All right, everyone, welcome back to a new video. As you guys saw from the title, what I did or what I'm doing to prepare myself, or what I basically already did because my birthday already passed, as a 18-year-old day trader. My main subject for the video isn't mostly trading, solely trading specifically, just more as a regular adult, 18-year-old adult who trades futures, what you should be doing, right? And I have my notes here. I prepared everything. So if you're 18 or you're already older, you haven't done this, I recommend doing it from an 18-year-old too, because I've been studying this for a while, ever since I was in high school. I wanted to prepare myself for this, obviously, with just the normal stuff, retirement, that type of stuff. But let's get right into it. All right, starting off, first thing I did once I turned 18 is I started a high yield savings account / Roth IRA, right? So my Roth IRA was for my retirement. Even though, why are you saving for retirement? You just turned 18. It don't matter. The earlier you start, it starts compounding. And it's trading, and I have knowledge in that. So even so, starting as early as you can, because I've seen people in statistics and videos that say, they compare a 19-year-old who started the Roth IRA and then a 21-year-old, and then just by that time difference, it makes a huge impact on how much money you get in the future. And then more specifically on the Roth IRA, it comes with a tax advantage, which is, I'm pretty sure you can take out money without being, without being taxed. You just can't take out profits, if I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, do your research on that. But I know Roth IRA are better. It comes with a better, tax benefit than a regular IRA. And then with my high yield savings, that is my emergency fund. I think everybody needs to have an emergency fund. It don't matter if you're a day trader, I'm making all this money and everything. You need to have an emergency fund that you can back up, that you can fall on. If anything happens, you don't have nothing to worry about. You have that money in your pocket. And I actually started it, I think I'm with Chime, and they have a high yield savings. Bro, I appreciate Chime. I love Chime. But I'm pretty sure their APY is 3%. So that's my high yield savings. I'm putting money every single paycheck. I haven't gotten a payouts, but once I do start getting those payouts, boom, money into my high yield savings. Let that money interest, building up that emergency fund, so I don't have nothing to worry about, right? Because trading months, they're different. Once, 1 month you might make less money than the other month, and guess what? You don't have to worry because you have that money to fall on. All right, now to the second thing that I'm doing as an 18-year-old, and it is still with Chime. If you guys don't know Chime, it's basically a bank. It is my credit card. I got a credit card to start building my credit, more specifically here in the United States. I know a lot of people are from other countries. Well, I don't know how credit works, but here in the United States, credit does matter. So as an 18-year-old, I started building it, fundamentals and everything. I've tried to apply at a credit union, or even so, let's just say a regular bank. I did not get accepted, which kind of makes sense because I'm just a starter. It makes sense. They wanted me to do a secured credit card. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically where you put in, from your own money, you put in the credit limit, right? You deposit. So if you put in $200, that's your credit limit. But I did not want to do that. I didn't want to put no money in. So I was like, you know what? I didn't get accepted to the unsecured card. I'm not gonna do the secured card because I don't want to put that capital when I can use that capital for evals, trading. I could do it for other stuff. So luckily, Chime, W Bank, I love them now. Chime actually has a secured card with no minimum deposit, right? So they actually don't charge utilization. If you guys don't know what utilization is basically the percent that you use from your credit limit. So if you have $200, that's your credit limit. If you use up, let me do the math real quick. If you have a $200 credit limit and you use up $100 of that, that is a 50% utilization, which is horrible. It is always recommended to say 30 and below. More If you want a better one, 10 or below. If you want better, 6% below. And I was gonna do that 6%. So if I did have a $200 limit, I would safely $20 that I can use from that limit, so I can have a utilization which all adds up to the credit report, your credit score, and everything. Either way, Chime doesn't do that. It doesn't do a utilization. It does track your credit history, your on-time payments, and I know there's something else, if I'm not wrong, which is amazing. I didn't have to put in a deposit, and guess what? Now I'm building my credit with Chime. I'll probably give it around 6 months, even a year, and then I'll actually get a unsecured card with probably Capital One or something like that. I'll do my research on that. But for my second point, it is building my credit and a credit card, and I did it with Chime. My first point, the high yield savings and the Roth IRA. Now for number 3, this is more into trading. I am now trading on evals, right? So I don't know if you guys remember from my old videos, I used to be just live test. I used to just be live testing all of December, just because I was about to turn 18. There was no point in me getting an eval. I'm below 18. I can't even do it. So now that I turned 18, I now am trading under an eval, staying consistent to my system. One trade, one session, one everything. Not over risking, no shenanigans, no nothing. If you guys saw my old video, stick to your system, and that's how you prove yourself you're going to be a profitable trader. So that's my third point, trading on evals now. Just going to rinse them, get funded, and then from there we can get my payout. For my fifth thing that I'm doing as an 18-year-old is studying and my one-on-one with Magnus. So as you guys know, hopefully you guys know, that I am in a mentorship with my boy Magnus. That's why you guys might be thinking, yo, who's Magnus? He's commenting in my videos, I already know. But staying accountable, studying. I've been learning about the fractal model by TT Trades. Yo, it's been working out. I love it. I actually got a win today. What day is today? February 2nd. I think I got a 1-2 RR trade today on a continuation trade. So it's been working out. It's actually been really cool, but also still keeping myself accountable and learning from my mentor, right? Never thinking, yo, he's never helped me out, yo, this, yo, that, yo, I'm better than him. No, because he's gone through stuff way before I did. Let me learn from him so I don't make the same mistakes. And I've learned a bunch from him. So keeping myself accountable, learning more, learning, but not burning myself out, because I don't know if y'all saw my burnout video. Not burning myself out, and just keep on learning. If I make a mistake, boom, learn it. Do as much mistakes as I can so I don't do it in the future. All right, so now for my sixth and final point. You see how the video already went fast? We stick straight to the point. Taxes matter on how I trade. So that's actually when I want to start learning. I barely started learning it, but even though I haven't gotten my payout, it's still good to prepare. I'm gonna pull up a Bible verse that says to prepare. I don't remember what it was or what it says, but I know there is it. I know I can feel it. It's always good to prepare. So I'm preparing myself for the taxes for when I do, once I do get my payout. What do I do? How does it work? Because I don't know if you guys know this, taxes work differently. This is US based. Taxes work differently from prop firms and from live account, right? So prop firms, they give you a 1099. It's all entertainment. For any legal stuff, all entertainment. I learned this. They give you a 1099. So you're basically a contractor, right? They're paying you for your market performance. Now, as a live account, it's your actual capital. You're actually speculating all this, and then there's different tax things, right? So as a 1099, you have to pay self-employment tax and state tax if it has state tax, / if no state tax, then no state tax, but also Medicare / Social Security, I'm pretty sure. So I'm definitely learning still everything that goes to it just before I get my payout, because I know now that if I do get a 2K payout, that 2K is not mine. Uncle Sam needs that 30%. I don't know how much, but I think I'm gonna take out 30%, save it for taxes. All right. And it's just to let you guys know, because remember, you gotta pay Uncle Sam. You live here. But everyone, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I just stick right to the point, not to waste any time, because I don't want to waste your time. Nobody likes wasting time. So I'm gonna tell y'all the truth as what I'm doing as an 18-year-old day trader. Prepare yourself for anything, even so in your outside life, right? So this video was mostly trading on the side. Like, trading is just an addition, because your high yield savings, your Roth IRA, you don't need them, but it'll be a good benefit for you to have an emergency fund to fall on, you know, and having a Roth IRA for the future once you're old. You know, you might not even be trading anymore. I don't know. You probably can't even be on the laptop. And guess what? You can retire safely. You don't gotta worry about nothing no more. All right, everybody, I love y'all all. I'll try to do more trade recaps. I've been getting lazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been getting lazy. You know, I get a losing day, I get a winning day. I'm like, oh, do I really want to post this? Do they really want to see this? I love you guys. And I'll see you guys later.